Special counsel John Durham, who was appointed by the Trump administration to audit the Russia investigation, has issued new subpoenas targeting a Hillary Clinton campaign law firm. This update comes just 2 weeks after an indictment against former Clinton campaign attorney Michael Sussmann. Interesting to see even mainstream media outlets like CNN covering this news today, although I'm sure some will agree the wording of their headline here seems a bit misleading. Why do they put Trump in the headline when the article is about a growing criminal case against the Clinton campaign? The headline, they avoid mentioning Clinton. Meanwhile, in the first paragraph, they say special counsel John Durham has issued a new set of subpoenas, including to a law firm with close ties to Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign, an indication that Durham could be trying to build a broader criminal case, according to people briefed on the matter. John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign chairman, is angry over news of this indictment. He called Durham's indictment of Sussmann, quote, an exercise in diversion and obfuscation. He added that Barr hired Durham specifically to pursue a partisan investigation of Democrats, and that after 2 years he doesn't have a lot to show for it. An attorney representing the Clinton campaign declined to comment. Another new article on this today at National Review explains more. They say special counsel John Durham, the attorney tapped by the Trump administration to audit the Russia investigation, has reportedly handed down a new set of subpoenas, including to a law firm with ties to Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign. The grand jury subpoenas for documents were issued earlier this month, according to CNN, after Durham charged Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussmann for allegedly knowingly making a false statement to the FBI. I'm sure that many watching have heard about this indictment against Michael Sussmann earlier this month. Here is another article from Aaron Mate explaining further how the indictment of Hillary Clinton attorney Michael Sussmann is just the latest evidence showing what many of us already know, that the Trump-Russia conspiracy that engulfed Trump's term in office was the product of lies by those involved with Clinton's 2016 campaign. Although Sussmann faces just one count of a false statement charge, the 27-page charging document offers an expansive window into how the Russiagate scam began and how Democrat operatives, intelligence officials, and establishment media figures dishonestly fed it to the public. Aaron Mate continues explaining how Michael Sussmann was trying to invent a Trump-Russia narrative to please Democrat VIPs. He writes, Sussmann, until recently an attorney with the Clinton campaign law firm Perkins Coie, is the second person to be charged by John Durham, the special counsel scrutinizing the Russia investigation. Sussmann is accused of lying to the FBI during a September 2016 meeting in which he tried to raise the alarm about secret communications between the Trump organization and Russia's Alpha Bank. Sussmann gave then FBI attorney Jim Baker documents and data purporting to show that computer servers associated with Trump and Alpha Bank were in regular contact. This was evidence, Sussmann argued, of a possible covert back channel. According to Durham, Sussmann told Baker that he was not working for any client and was simply passing on information that had been provided to him by, quote, multiple cyber experts who had come across the suspicious web traffic. But according to the detailed indictment, Sussmann was in fact trying to plant a politically motivated scam. In reality, the theory of a purported covert Trump Alpha channel had been cooked up by an unnamed tech executive positioning himself for a top cybersecurity job in the anticipated Clinton administration. To spread this theory to the media and intelligence community, the executive and Sussmann, quote, coordinated, according to Durham, with Mark Elias, a colleague of Sussmann's at Perkins Coie and the top lawyer for Clinton's 2016 campaign. Later in this report, Aaron Mate adds that Sussmann is charged for failing to disclose that he was acting on behalf of Clinton's team, but the indictment makes clear that Durham has uncovered a wider deception. For weeks prior to his meeting with the FBI, Sussmann worked with the unnamed technology executive, Tech Executive 1, who, like the Clinton campaign, was also Sussmann's client. The executive's, quote, goal, according to Durham, was to create a narrative about Trump's, quote, ties to Russia that would ultimately please certain VIPs, including Sussmann's clients in the Clinton campaign. Going back to today's article from the National Review, they note that the secret server theory was ultimately dismissed and never appeared in Special Counsel Robert Mueller's final report. Durham uncovered discrepancies between Sussman's congressional testimony and his September interview with Baker. Before Congress, Sussman testified that he was working on the Alpha Bank project for an unnamed cybersecurity expert, a contradiction of his claims to Baker that he wasn't working for any specific client. Meanwhile, Perkins Coie's internal billing records obtained by Durham show that Sussman billed hours spent on the Alpha Bank project to Clinton's 2016 campaign. The law firm's clients at the time included the Clinton campaign and the Democrat National Committee. Perkins Coie also hired, on behalf of the campaign, a research company that commissioned the dossier from former British spy Christopher Steele that claimed former President Trump was compromised by Russia. Many watching, I'm sure, will remember how the Steele dossier used to target Trump was later debunked following Inspector General Michael Horowitz's report investigating the FBI probe. Even the mainstream media eventually had to admit that the accusations in this dossier used to target Trump were bogus. This National Review article closes making another reference to the individual named in Durham's indictment as Tech Executive 1. They say while working for the firm, Sussman also represented a cybersecurity expert who worked with researchers to collect internet data about the Trump organization that Sussman took to the FBI. The previously unnamed expert, Rodney Joffe, is referred to in Durham's indictment as Tech Executive 1. Attorneys for Sussman have argued that he was being honest when he said he was working on behalf of a cybersecurity expert, and have claimed that the Clinton billing records don't tell the whole story, and that the lawyer only joined his Alpha Bank work with the campaign for documentation purposes. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think about this latest update. If you could give this video a thumbs up, remember to click the like button, that's greatly appreciated, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. As usual, thank you very much everyone who has been supporting this channel with your donations over at Patreon or PayPal, and with your super chats as well. That's greatly appreciated. Even just a few dollars makes a huge difference and helps me keep talking about these important issues. You can find either link down in the video description where you can support this channel directly, patreon.com/realityreader or paypal.me/realityreader. And once again, with all the censorship happening here at YouTube, I'll just remind everyone it might be a good idea to find me on some alternative platforms as well. You can find me over at Odyssey.com if you search for Kip Simpson. You can also search for Kip Simpson at superu.net. That's super, the letter U.net. I will follow up soon. Thanks again.